I like to play Cities Skylines 1 and Cities Skylines 2, but lately I've been playing more and more Cities Skylines 1, and the reason why is because CS1 is a game which is complete. It's a game with an almost infinite number of modded, custom-made assets and features that are player created over the years. There's so much you could do with the game that I don't even have words to explain all of the stuff I don't know. Like, if you go look at the professional quality builds that some people do in Cities Skylines 1, they can make cities that look so realistic, they almost are indistinguishable from photorealism. And then you have CS2, the new sequel that came out. And that game, now almost 2 years old, still has all sorts of bugs and limitations, and often when I load it up, I wind up fighting bugs and troubleshooting things and finding that something about the simulation is wonky or not really working the way it's supposed to. And this is not a video about those two games so much. It's just an opportunity to talk about something that's been on my mind. And it is the fact that things which work well are more valuable than things which look good. And oftentimes we get hung up on what game has the best graphics or which one is the newest or something like that. But then when you actually pay a little closer attention to the quality of the experience, you realize that the ones that look the best aren't necessarily giving you the best experience, because quite possibly that new game is filled with bugs and problems, and the classic older game is actually more fun because you can play it the way it was meant to be played. You can get the full experience and you're not fighting with problems. Like, who wants to start a game that's supposed to be fun, that's supposed to be enjoyable, and then instead of having a good experience, you wind up spending all of your playtime trying to figure out why some game-breaking bug is preventing you from having a good experience. Life is like that too. There's relationships which we can say we really want them to work out, right? It could be that person you wanted to, have a romantic relationship with. It could be a career that's not satisfying. It could be any number of different things which on paper they're supposed to be really good, and potentially they could be really good, but the actual realized experience is that you can't really count on them. And so it's that cosmetic beauty that's only skin deep, and it lacks true, meaningful fundamentals. Those are the things that we are better off giving up, because life is filled with choices. And the more I live, the more I realize that money is something you can find more of, but you're never going to get more time. And whenever you spend your time trying to make something work that just doesn't work very well, then instead of having a good experience, you spend that time that could be devoted to an experience troubleshooting. It's the same thing with relationships. When we spend our time investing our energy, our spiritual energy, our mental energy into people and things which just don't really bear good fruit in our life, the end result is we are drained because we don't have time to enjoy our life. We're too busy chasing problems. So it could be a person. It could be the people who you try to build a relationship with them and then they ghost you or something like that, right? Or maybe they're the person who, shows up when it's convenient or when they want something, but then at other times they're mysteriously absent. The people who say they're your friends, but then they're not really there for you in the end. They're the people who take up your time, but they don't really add value to your life. Or they're the career that's maybe in some ways a good job, but also limiting you. The things that give you benefits, but they don't really give you fulfillment. And, I thought it was interesting. Somebody was talking about the difference between fulfillment and success and how important it is to focus not on success, but on fulfillment. It's very possible that you could have something that's successful on paper, but it isn't fulfilling to you. And so it's really important to be conscious of that and say, what kind of experience am I getting from the things that I'm investing energy and time into? Am I getting a good experience? Am I getting a fulfilling experience? Am I able to realize something that brings joy and purpose into my life? Or am I always just hoping that maybe one day something broken that keeps on being broken, the tree that keeps on bearing bad fruit, is going to one day somehow transform itself into something that's good and wholesome? The truth is, if somebody lets you down over and over again for years, they probably aren't going to turn over a new leaf and then suddenly start doing good for you. If you can't ever count on somebody, or they're always manipulative or always controlling or something like that, they're probably not going to one day just become a different person and start putting the needs of others first. Like we tend to make excuses for other people. We tend to give bad situations the benefit of the doubt. We tend to think, well, it was always bad, it always was problematic, but maybe if I just give it one more chance or reach out one more time or circle back one more time or whatever, then maybe this time it'll be different. But it's never really different. Like, it always winds up being some variation of the same old tired thing. Manipulative people continue to manipulate. Toxic workplaces continue to be toxic. Old routines keep on being just as tired as they ever were. And we keep on going through that same routine, hoping that if we keep on doing the same thing over and over again, we're going to get different results. But it doesn't really work out that way. So, one of the best things you can possibly do is to leave things behind. To say, I'm going to do something different in my life. And I've given people a chance. I've given the past a chance. And there are no hard feelings. But I'm not going to keep on investing my time into the things that are broken, even if they're promising. I'm going to invest my time and my energy into the things that have true, enduring quality. And I'm going to really just hone in on those and devote my life not to things that are perfect, but to things that are good. And maybe those old tried and true things aren't going to be all fireworks all the time. But, like in gaming, I guess I'd rather play that 10-year-old game that has aged like fine wine rather than to spend my life raging about some game that came out and just can't seem to figure out how to be good, you know? The one that's always got some kind of a bug defining the experience. Maybe it's better just to sunset those experiences. Stop trying to make something that keeps on being broken better. It's easier to take something that is good and refine it into something that is excellent. That's easier than taking something that is bad and putting a bunch of effort into making it average. Focus on things that bear the fruit of joy, the things that add value to your life, and all of those things that add frustration, the things that make you feel inferior, the things that make you feel invisible, the people and the relationships and the jobs and all of the things that you can do in your life that you're tempted to stick around with, but the reality is they don't add value to your life. They make you feel more frustrated or limited and don't bear the fruit of joy. Like those things, just for goodness sakes, at some point let those things go, because life is too short to let the whole thing be defined by people and things and experiences that don't bear good fruit. And when you stop spending all your life trying to fix things that can't be fixed, then you can spend more time just doing things you love and spending time with people you love and freeing your mind from all of the baggage of things that aren't good enough and never will be. Simplify your life. Let go of the things that look good but aren't good, and focus more time and energy on the things which are genuine and wholesome, well-rounded principles that endure. Wherever you find yourself, as always, good luck on your adventure. Till next time. Thanks so much for watching.